Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. Today I'm going to do a quick beach painting tutorial using mixed media. As many of you know, I primarily paint abstracts, but today this demo is more representational of a beach shore, and I'll be using acrylic paint and parts of seashells. But this technique can be used for other environments as well. And if you don't have seashells, don't worry. I'll go over some possible alternatives later. And you can also create an abstract version using the same or similar materials. So I'm using Winsor Blue Nova Colors Fluorescent Blue, Naples Yellow, Yellow Ochre, Burnt Sienna, and Titanium White. And I'll also use a very light amount of charcoal with a tortillon or blending stump for a little bit of shadow at the end. So I'm using a 2.5-inch brayer to put down just kind of a background color, spraying a little bit of water and getting that kind of wiped away with a blending brush, just very lightly brushing that off, just to give the illusion of, again, kind of grains of sand or just some variation in the sand. And I'll paint over a lot of that, but again, just wanted to have the sand really kind of varied and different colors, because as you get away from the water, the sand gets lighter typically, and the wet sand is a little bit darker. So a technique that I kind of discovered when I was doing my last video on using unconventional materials in an abstract painting is kind of come into play here, and that's right here, using this plastic bag that I bunched up and dipping that into some white, and a little white mixed with the fluorescent blue, and to use that for kind of the breaking part of the waves and the sea foam. So it gives such a great texture that that was kind of a big takeaway from that last video, where I was kind of exploring those unconventional materials to use in painting. So I'll put a link to that in the description if you haven't seen that and want to check that part of it out. But really kind of a fun experience to kind of discover that in another video and then get to use that in this one. So I'd been thinking about the beach lately, and remembered that I'd brought home a bag of broken shells from the beach. This was about a year ago, and thought that would be a great opportunity to try and use that in a mixed media piece. And this is a great way to let your trips and your getaways and your vacations, to let them inspire your art. So just, when you're out, you're in a new environment typically, keep your eyes open for ideas and inspiration, and look for items while you're on vacation that you can bring back and use in your mixed media art. And I'm not talking about things that you buy necessarily. I've collected seashells and driftwood and interesting leaves to use with a jelly plate, pine cones, event tickets, things like that. I've actually found 2 paintbrushes while on vacations, once at a beach and once on a hike, and I still use both of those today. And they were just cheap paintbrushes, but they ended up being ones that I really liked using. So just keep your eyes open, not only for materials, but for just for inspiration. And if you're someone that's not able to get out much, that's okay. Like I said, you could do a little piece of art like this in any environment, even your backyard. So just, I think the key is kind of keeping your eyes open. So here's where I'm pulling those shells out and just taking a look at what I have, and I wanted to get some interesting shells, and I'm gonna kind of be looking for a more of a focal point shell, and I have that dark shell there that I figured, okay, well that's a good, obviously a good contrast with the rest of this painting. So that was the piece that I was going to use as my focal point. But you'll see at the very end, I actually end up bringing in another broken shell that I think works a lot better as that focal point. So now I'm just doing a little bit of mixing with the burnt sienna and yellow ochre to get a little bit of shading and shadow where that water is coming ashore, just to give it a slight three-dimensional look. Just creating a little bit of form with those waves and the difference between the sand, and giving a little bit more contrast. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. I also have other tutorials, art demos, and challenges, prompt challenges. And as always, if you have any feedback or questions, I'd love for you to leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like to see more representational paintings, or if you'd like me to stick primarily to abstracts. So now I'm going to use this acrylic gel medium to stick the shells to this page. Pardon me. And because these are three-dimensional, there's some curves to these shells. I really had to not only put enough gel medium on the back, but kind of get the edges as well. But I really don't have any issues with these sticking. Not only did I feel like the gel medium did a great job of keeping those to the page, but I ended up varnishing this piece at the end, and I think that really helped kind of seal this down. So I talked about things you can use in place of shells. This is a great opportunity to try out some acrylic skins. Cutting those in the shape of shells. Pebbles, not only on freshwater beaches, but even if you look at beaches on the ocean, seas, you will see seashells, you'll also see pebbles. It's a great opportunity to use stencils, leaves. Because of the ribbing in a lot of leaves, you can cut leaves in the shape of a shell, and that will give you a really interesting look. You can paint the shells, you can use collage paper. This is a great opportunity to use your creativity to come up with other options. And a couple of thoughts I had going into this was, one, that I was creating this on a page in a sketchbook and wasn't sure how the shells would do on paper. And two, could I give the shells a look of being set in the sand, and would they look like they were sitting, or would they look like they're sitting on top of the sand? And I wanted them to look more like they were set in the sand, like you'd see on a beach. So you'll see I'm gonna play with some shading to give them that look like they're a little more set in the sand. And I think that ended up working out really well. Actually, a lot better than I was expecting it to. So here's where I'm using that blending stump, and it already had some charcoal on it. But this is where I really started adding a little bit more shadow to these, but it also allowed the look that I was going for, to have it look a little more set in the sand, and not just on top of the sand. So here's where I bring in that shell for the focal point. It's kind of a burgundy shell with stripes. I thought that really stood out and put it right in a good spot for I think a focal point, just a little off center. So I'll show you the final paintings here and a couple of orientations, and then I also put it in a shadow box. One, because it's three-dimensional, I had to put it in a frame that the shells could be in, but also thought it would look a lot better in that. So thanks for watching, and keep on painting.